Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kyra, and here on my channel we're all about real makeup for real life and real people like you. If you're new here, a very special welcome to you. I hope you will consider subscribing before you leave if you like what you see today. It's free, it's easy, and it helps you find my videos Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday when I upload, and allegedly, if you ring that notification bell to all, YouTube will let you know when that happens. Today's video is the resurrection of the Shop My Stash series here on my channel. I've taken a little break and now I am so ready to start pulling from my collection and getting some use out of some specific products each month. This month I've chosen a few products in each category. If you're new to how my Shop My Stash works, I don't only use these products throughout the month, but these are the products that I will reach for first, unless I need to reach for something else for a video. The purpose of my Shop My Stash is to sort of rotate through the products that I have, and as well as get some good concentrated use out of the products that I pull in each month. Also, you can expect my next upload every month to be a Shop My Stash Get Ready With Me, where I share with you some of the products more in depth, why I chose them, and show you those products in action. If you have any other requests that you would like to see with the products that I'm pulling today, please leave those down in the comments because I'm always happy to create content that you want to see. Every month I like to theme the products that I pull for the month. So this month is nothing new November. The only thing new that I will be purchasing or using this month is the Natasha Denona Trichrome palette. I am definitely buying it the day it comes out, and I am definitely going to be using it and reviewing it this month. But in terms of my Shop My Stash products, I am not pulling anything new to my collection. So let's talk complexion. For a primer, I did go ahead and pull out my Tarte Silk Canvas. This is just a little mini, but I think it's going to pair nicely as a smoothing base for the other complexion products that I've chosen for this month, and I just want to get some use out of this product. Tarte Silk Canvas was not something that I could really use during the summer months. I needed something more like the e.l.f. matte putty primer. So I'm excited to get back to this one. For a foundation, I'm going to use the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream. Mine is in the shade Bamboo 5.5. I am not wearing any foundation today, however. I am, however, wearing the concealer that I pulled for the month today. This is the Tarte Hydrocealer, and I have mine in the shade Light Medium Sand. I really like this. This is a very light coverage and lightweight concealer, and this is all I have in terms of base today other than the powder. For powder, this is one that I've played with a little bit, but I am very keen to get to know better, especially as my summer color starts to fade, if I had any at all. And that is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. This is in the shade Light Pink. I do have this on my skin today, so if you see a little glow, especially up here where I have no highlighter, that is this product. It's not super glowy, and it is definitely a beautiful powder. Like I said, mine is in like a pink shade, but it is translucent, so I'm excited to try this more. I did, in the Get Ready With Me, try it under my eyes today, and it's definitely one of the better powders I've tried under my eyes, but I think overall I just don't care to set under my eyes. So that's all the base products, but I did decide this month I wanted to pull a face palette in, and that is thanks to my friend Rachel Stephanie here on YouTube. I will link her and her series down below, but she's currently panning a face palette. I think she's calling it Pan That Face Palette, and she is panning a 4-pan Benefit product palette. Whew, that was not easy to say. And it just caused me to feel inspired to pull out my Benefit face palette, which is the Benefit Blush Bar. You have Hoola, which is a matte bronzer. You have Rockateur, Dandelion, Gold Rush, and California. I have a little California with a little bit of Dandelion over the top today. So I'm excited to get some use out of that. It was a beautiful gift from my hubby, and for whatever reason, it's just one I don't reach for. But I actually really love the Benefit Hoola bronzer. It's a really beautiful matte bronzer, as well as the shade Rockateur is definitely a favorite blush for me. So beside the face palette that I pulled out, I also wanted to pull out a couple of individual colored face products to use, including 2 cream blushes. The first one is the ColourPop blush stick in the shade Aloha. This is a beautiful sort of orangey nude cream blush, and it is one that I talked about in my Fall Essentials Beauty and Lifestyle video. So I'll link that down below for you. But another one that I've kind of been missing since before my move is the Physicians Formula Natural Defense multicolor stick in the shade Soft Pink. I really like the way this looks on my cheeks. Definitely love the way it smells, and it's just one of my favorite stick blushes, so I had to pull that one out. In terms of highlighter, I pulled 2 because the blush bar does not have any highlighters in it. So I pulled one more golden highlighter and one more champagne highlighter. So the more golden one is the Balm Mary Luminizer. Mine's a little bit broken or loose in the pan, but this is definitely more of a golden highlight, which I definitely love for fall and think will pair beautifully specifically with these 2 cream blush that I pulled. And then the one that I'm wearing today that I pulled that's more of a champagne color is the Makeup Revolution Highlight Reloaded in the shade Just My Type. This was a recommendation from Taylor Wynn, and oh buddy, this is beautiful. It just gives a really nice glossy finish. So as you can see, I have a gold and then more of a like pinky champagne, and I'm excited to use those. And then last, the bronzer, the individual bronzer kind of that I chose is the Jouer Sunswept Bronzer Duo. I have mine in the medium to deep shade. This is Sunkissed and this is Sunset, and I am wearing this today. All right, let's talk eyeshadow. This was so hard. It's always the hardest category for me to sort of limit myself and choose a focus for the month, but alas, I chose 4 and the Natasha Denona palette, but the first one I chose is the C Color, the Frost palette. This was a dupe palette for the for like a Kylie it was the Naughty and Nice palette. This was the dupe for the Nice palette. This was a few years ago. I just think this is a really pretty, fun fall color story. I'm still reaching for fall colors, even though we got 11 inches of snow yesterday and I'm fixing to go out and scoop it shortly. I just think this will be a lot of fun to play with and work into some fall colors, and it's just kind of a unique story. It's sort of pinky and coral, but you got some richer browns and like this nice burnt orange shade and some purples. So I'm really excited to work with this month. The one that I have on my eyes today that you will see in the Shop My Stash Get Ready With Me coming up Thursday is the You Can Be Magic Spell palette. Again, as I said in that video, which you haven't watched yet, I will do my best to link this down in the description box, but if I can't, I apologize. It's been really hard to find, but again, I think this is a really fun color story for fall. I tend to wear a lot of green during the fall, and there's just some really nice neutrals in this palette that I haven't gotten to use just yet. So I'm excited to make use of this one. And then I have my Lorac Mega Pro 4. Now, to me, this kind of reads spring when you first look at it, but here it is. if you kind of cover up that lighter half of the palette or so, this is very, very fall-esque to me. And I haven't used this the whole time, so I really want to get some use out of this. My Lorac Mega Pro 2 is one of my absolute favorite palettes. I have pan in multiple shades, and I feel like this one will be the same for me if I just use it consistently for a little bit. So I'm really excited to dive into this one as well. I love their Lorac formula, and I'm kind of trying to resist the 3 new palettes that they put out recently, so that's part of the reason I put that one in as well. And then last but not least, I have not gotten very good use out of my Beauty Junkies single eyeshadows. And so for this month, I decided, in an effort to delve into them some more, sort of form some more solid opinions on the brand and the quality and things like that in regards to the eyeshadows, I did go ahead and make a little neutral custom palette. So this is what the palette looks like. These top 3 and this one right here are all shimmery satin, and then these 5 are matte. And I just kind of thought this would be a good place for me to start with the Beauty Junkies shadows versus my huge palette, which also has a lot of color and things like that in there. This is less overwhelming. I think it'll be a nice little neutral palette that I can grab for on days where I'm not filming this month, and that way get a better opinion, etc. about these shadows. The last shadow for the month is a liquid shadow. When I shop my stash, I do try and pull at least one single shadow every month, something to concentrate on, get more use out of, things like that. This is one I've hardly had any use of. In fact, I don't know if I've ever worn this one on my eyes. This one comes from Pixi. It's one of their liquid fairy lights, and this is the shade Bare Brilliance. I just think this will be a really pretty one and done kind of shadow. It's definitely my jam in terms of color. It's kind of taupey, but maybe with a touch of pink or nude to it, and then it has a beautiful amount of glitter in there. So I want to play with this month. Let me know if you want to see a video with me playing with this, figuring it out, you know, checking out the quality. Does it have fallout? I don't know. I haven't really used it. So that's the last eyeshadow for the month. And then lastly, but certainly not leastly, as I like to say, I have my lippies for the month. I picked 6. Let's start with the actual bullet lipsticks. First and foremost, I have Revlon Super Lustrous Lipstick in the shade Rum Raisin. All-time favorite fall lipstick shade, hands down. Then we have the one that I'm wearing today. It's a NARS lipstick in the shade Tolade. I don't know. I'll put it on the screen as I always do. I can't pronounce it. This is a mini bullet lipstick. It's the lipstick I have on today, but I do have a gloss over top, which we'll talk about in a minute. And then the last bullet lipstick, I kind of want to just attempt, maybe, to work on using up this Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk like deluxe sample size, because I did get like a bigger size of it, not the full size, but it's like in between this and the full size, and then it came with the lip cheat in the same color. So there is Pillow Talk nice pinky nude. And then for gloss, I chose the Bobbi Brown Crushed Liquid Lip. This is not a liquid lipstick. This is a very opaque lip gloss. This is the shade Give a Fig. I also talked about this in my Fall Essentials, but you would have also seen this lip color as well as Rum Raisin in my favorite fall lippies video. So I'll have all of those fall videos linked down in the description box for you. And then I also picked out the Ilia Balmy Gloss. This is a little bit more of a sheer formula, but it's a really pretty pink, and I just think that will be really fun with some of the colors that I picked otherwise in terms of face products and eyeshadows and such. And then the gloss I have on over that NARS lipstick is the NYX Butter Gloss in Creme Brulee. and it's right there, sort of light peachy. I like to sort of highlight my lips if I'm wearing a lipstick or what have you. Wiping these off before I get them on my cream colored sweater. And that, my friends, is everything I shot my stash for this month. If you would like to see more of the choosing the makeup process type video, let me know down in the comments. I would be willing to try that out here in my new beauty room. And also let me know if you have any video ideas using the products that I shared with you today that you'd like to see in the month of November. And thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me today. I always appreciate you guys. And if you did enjoy today's video, I would so appreciate it if you could give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely beautiful makeup days. And I'll see you in my next video real soon.